So this past weekend, I go to Ohio Valley Wrestling's pay-per-view. I see a dear friend of mine, Dave Hero, that I haven't seen in forever. Uh, I've been friends with Al for fucking Al Snow forever. Um, uh, Al's wife Jessica. I've known her. That she's a masseuse. She's a great masseuse. She's actually worked on me. Um, Cal's Cal, who is Dave's son, I've known since Cal was 5, and now Cal's up and coming uh, in our business and smart, listens. You know, he's got talents. He's good. He's he can make it, and if he stays healthy. So we have to land in Louisville, and then we have to drive to Pikeville. Pikeville's like there's I don't know. Kentucky's a really different state. It looks like they fucking went over it in a helicopter and saw where there were like areas that had like mountains and just probably some kind of fucking granite topography underneath it. And they said, "Hey, I got an idea. Let's run a fucking road right through that and use blasting caps and blow this. We'll just blow this
Part of
fucking
the mountain apart. And
yeah,
just
blow
stick a
it,
road. Yeah.
and then put tarps on the side of the fucking of the mountain to
For the
stop
falling rocks.
fall.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's no place else you could have possibly, you know, because you've got to get a road to Pikeville to connect that 7,700 people with, the whatever fucking Mount Pleasant or whatever that town was on Mayberry
The
that
Mecca.
they used to go to. But so we drive 3.5 hours, and so years ago I cut a promo on CM Punk, and I said he looked like a Pikeville Waffle House short order cook, and it was. This is why people say like, why do you go out? Why do you still do this? This person's probably been waiting for so long to come in front of me and go, just wanted to tell you, man, we don't have a Waffle House, and we never have.
In Pikeville.
We had a Huddle House. And I'm just like, I, I stand corrected. I said, I will say on my podcast that I made a mistake. So to everybody in Pikeville, I apologize for using the reference of Pikeville in conjunction with Waffle House.
Should have been Huddle House.
Should have been Huddle House. Anybody that's lived in Atlanta for any period of time will know that Huddle House is the Burger King to McDonald's. I mean, it's just not close.
Not even touching it.
No.
But CM Punk qualify as a Huddle House short order cook though? I've never
yeah,
eaten a Huddle House.
that would actually have been at that point. That would have been better because the reference would have been fucking a little bit more obscure.
Right.
So
was
but
that
anyway,
this weekend?
so yeah, so the people were there, and great. I mean, just salt of the earth people, just sweet fucking families, and just good people. Not one asshole. Not one asshole of all the people that came through. And everybody was kind. They were happy to see me, which made me happy to see them. So to everybody in Pikeville, thank you. It's a wonderful, and a cool little city, man. Like the downtown areas, got little shops and shit. It's nice, and I mean, it is literally in the middle of these fucking mountains. So we go to leave, and now it's 11 o'clock. I've got to be at the airport at 7 a.m. Best case scenario right now is I'm going to get home around 2:30. Like best case, 2:30. I mean, and that's in front of the hotel. That's not even in pack. Like sleep is not going to be a fucking option. but it's too early not to sleep because you won't fucking, you'll just die traveling. So I said, fuck it, man. Just just pull up to McDonald's. And they're like, really? I said, just fucking pull up to McDonald's. They said, when was the last time you had McDonald's? I said, I don't know, maybe 2, 3 months ago. They said, oh, really? I said, yeah. I said, if I'm out someplace and I have to eat garbage, I want to eat garbage that I'm familiar with and that my body's familiar with. I haven't eaten Taco Bell probably since college.
Oh,
So if I eat Taco Bell, who knows? I mean, I might shit on the plane the next day. But a double quarter pounder with
just a quarter
cheese,
pounder with cheese. Take
with
the bun
no
off.
onions. You got to eat the bun because you haven't eaten all day. It's like, and it's like 50 grams of carbs, 50 grams of saturated fat, 50 grams of protein, and
Balanced.
half a day's sodium in a double quarter pounder of cheese. So so we pull up to this McDonald's, and it's one of the ones that has the staggered double drive-through.
The 2 lanes, yes.
In front of us is a maroon Ford Explorer pulled up to the speaker in front of us. Tinted windows, so we pull in behind it, and the other line's going around, and there was 2 cars in the other line, so there's only one in this line, so we went to the left line. So as we're sitting there, this guy comes around a pickup truck and he's tooting his horn, and now he's came around in front of us because he's placed his order, and he's pointing at the fucking car. And I said to Dave, Dave, I don't think there's anybody in that motherfucker. He goes, well, why the fuck would they? I said, dude.
They parked it in a drive-through lane?
So we back out, get in line, get our food. So we get up to the window, and there's this blonde hair girl there, and she's got one of these gimmicks on too.
Mm-hmm.
She might have been Janice for all I know.
Conrad has a show with her. They were recording.
Yeah, okay. And I said, ma'am, I said, what's the deal with the SUV? And she goes, oh, we were short-handed. We only had 3 of us, so we parked that there. I said, with tinted windows. I said, she goes, oh, we put a sign in it. I said, inside?
Like while you're sitting behind it.
Behind the tinted window, you put a sign? I said, if you just backed it up 6 feet,
you'd block the lane completely.
You would block the lane, and they would know it's nowhere near. But by pulling it next to where a person would order, it gives the semblance of somebody fucking placing an order. And she just looked at me with this fucking look, and I'm like, oh, okay. Never mind.
A truck of not like a cone, not just a cone.
Not a cone. No.
A fucking truck at the speaker.
I go to the CVS. I go to the CVS drive-through about 2 weeks ago, and they have the physical window that looks like a bank window, for the drive-through prescription. But they also have ours has the second one with the tube. Mm-hmm. You put the fucking, just like my bank has the same thing. My bank has 3 of those fucking tube gimmicks, just in case somebody wants to rob my bank. And so I pull around, and I'm sitting there, and there's no tube. And I'm sitting, and I'm looking at her, and I've made eye contact with her twice. I got my window down, and finally, I do this, like, anything? Bueller? And she comes on the speaker, and it's kind of crackly. She goes, that lane is closed. I'm like,
should have parked a truck there. How do you know?
well, I look over, and against the fence, 8 feet to my right, is a cone next to the trash dispenser. So whoever fucking came out did something with they took the trash up. Either they were supposed to put the cone, didn't. Anyway, somebody low on the totem pole fucked up. The beauty of this is it's on a corner of a busy road. So once you make the commitment to go around in the drive-through, you can't loop back around. You go into a one-way road that is going back over the bridge, and a shitload of traffic, and you've got to jump on, take a fucking quick right, go down maybe 150 feet, and take another quick right into a neighborhood, so you can circle around the putt-putt place and go back in to the fucking CVS. So it took a couple of minutes to with traffic and everything else to get to the point. Now I'm pulling back up, and it's just like, you know what? This actually, like this calls for fucking me to walk in, because this is I'm not going to fucking take this. This is not acceptable in my life. So I walk into the lady, like, she said, "What can I do for you, Mr. Nash?" And I said, "Could you tell me how the fuck I was supposed to know that wasn't working?" She, you say fuck to any human being, it's like, look it up. It's fuck is basically, in today's world, a barometer of how agitated you are.
Yeah, it's a rage indicator, sure.
That's all it is. It's just like, are you fucking kidding me? If I say, are you kidding me? That means one thing. If I say, are you fucking kidding me? Completely different. So I had to, I had to go to DEFCON 3. Had to. So, and she goes, well, and she starts to explain to it, and it's just like, I was just like, ugh. I said, all right. I said, you know what? I said, this is much better. I said, I get to see in person and interact with you. I said, I'm just going to start doing this. And she smiled because I was nice, and because they are the people that give you your drugs.
So 2 questions. Well, number 1, did she have an answer to how you were supposed to psychically know that Elaine was not functional?
Well, she went into it, and I just cut her off, and I just said, if you put a note on the plastic where the tube is, and the tube's missing, and it said out of order, and I didn't see a tube, I would have known. I said, but I've already at that point committed around the building.
Yes.
I said, so you have to put, I said, I understand the cone situation. I said, but if you had a fucking sawhorse, you know what a sawhorse is?
I know what a sawhorse is.
Yeah, if you had a fucking sawhorse,
the old barricades back in the day for the parades.
Right. So if you had a sawhorse and you put that out there, it's not like you don't have an area that fucking takes in and out fucking merchandise. You've got a shipping area. Like, put that motherfucker to the right, like I do my brooms and shit that I don't use in my garage because I don't do nothing. All that shit. I've got rakes. I got all kind of shit. I got sledgehammers. I got all kind of shit. If you were fucking handy, you could come over my house and fuck with.
Did you offer them a sawhorse at least?
I couldn't make one. I definitely could order one on Amazon, I'm sure, but fuck, man.
So that was the CVS.